Accient wisdom lesson warmly greets you. Have you noticed that whether a woman has a fortunate destiny or not can be seen through her words and actions? From her gestures and attire to her language and behavior, everything reveals her level of energy and blessings. For those with cultivation, you don't even need to speak with them. Just observing how they walk can reveal something about their state of being. This cannot be hidden. As a wife, a woman can determine the prosperity or decline of her entire family. Her ability to maintain self-control and restraint is the true measure of her cultivation. Women embody the yin principle, and yin must know how to remain hidden. What does this mean? On a scorching summer day, some women, seeking comfort or to show off their figure, wear revealing clothing. The more modest the attire, the better. Women who dress too provocatively often suffer a depletion of their energy, causing their aura and spirit to dissipate. Men symbolize heaven, while women symbolize earth. If the earth does not know how to preserve itself, it becomes a desert. Can a desert grow a lush forest? A woman who does not know how to preserve herself usually lacks blessings. Women who are truly blessed possess a secret not everyone knows. A wise woman in middle age does not rely on her husband. In old age, she does not rely on her children, but knows how to enrich herself. Some may wonder, I have no money, how can I enrich myself? I will show you a way that costs nothing yet can truly make you wealthy. Simply follow these steps, and your life will become increasingly clear and happy. For a woman to enrich herself, the wisest way is to learn the art of preservation. This preservation is not just about accumulating material things, but about changing your mindset and lifestyle. Once, a large butcher saw Han Xin carrying a sword at his waist and, thinking him a coward, wanted to humiliate him. The butcher said, "Either crawl between my legs or kill me." Han Xin knew he was alone and had no chance of winning, so he chose to crawl between the butcher's legs, enduring the utmost humiliation. It is the immersion in resentment and complaint that pulls people into a vortex of suffering. Complaining once might earn you sympathy, but constant complaining will make others uncomfortable. A woman with a good destiny does not mean she faces no difficulties, it means she does not easily complain. She keeps negative words to herself, radiating positive energy, thereby attracting good things in the future. Human nature is lazy. Everyone wants to avoid doing things they dislike, but laziness only causes the quality of life to decline further. A woman with a good destiny does not necessarily need exceptional skills, but she must have extraordinary effort. No matter how beautiful an ideal is, it is merely an illusion without effort. Diligence is the ladder that takes you to your goal. A woman who abandons laziness and pushes herself to work hard will gradually perfect herself and achieve a better life. Conversely, those who are unlucky often only talk without acting. They say they will strive, but never truly take action. You can deceive yourself, but you cannot deceive life. When seeing others live well, some admire them, while others envy them. This stems from the natural human desire for a better life. But if you cannot control your envy and let it show through sarcastic, bitter words, you will only make others dislike you. A woman with a good destiny would never do such an ungraceful thing. Instead of envy, she sincerely sends her blessings to others. She understands that one day she too will achieve what she desires. Knowing how to abandon envy, transforming it into a desire for a better life, and turning it into motivation to strive, that is the right way. A broader vision will help you not be limited by trivial matters before your eyes, and there are many people more capable than you. Knowing your place is the most important thing. To have lasting happiness, look at everything with a more open mind. Preserve your family matters. When you tell your secrets to the wind, do not blame the wind for carrying them throughout the forest. A wise woman does not easily share her family affairs with outsiders. Those stories easily become topics of gossip and ridicule. Besides your parents, family, and a few close friends, almost no one genuinely wishes for your happiness. When feeling hurt within the family, you might be tempted to confide in friends or colleagues, even belittling your spouse. However, exposing your partner's shortcomings to outsiders is unwise because husband and wife are a unified entity. Keeping family matters private not only protects the interests of your loved ones, but also protects yourself. What determines the quality of your life and your happiness is not outsiders. Fifth, preserve your assets. Everyone wants wealth and luxury, but today's society, especially on social media, is full of people showing off their wealth. Those who like to flaunt their assets online do not realize that this is not only unwise, but can also destroy their own future. In recent years, there is no shortage of cases where people who boasted about their wealth lost everything overnight. Whether you are rich or not is your own business. There is no need to show off for everyone to know. Knowing how to preserve your assets is a great ability, a high-level wisdom in dealing with people and the world. The famous writer W. Somerset Maugham once said, "What you need to overcome is vanity and the desire to show off. You must control the petty cleverness that always wants to reveal itself to attract attention. Showing off once might satisfy your vanity, but showing off repeatedly can destroy a life that was originally good. Whether poor or rich, strive to live well instead of excessively flaunting your assets. If you are truly very wealthy, displaying your vast fortune might earn you the admiration of many. But in the long run, it will only bring you countless troubles. You yourself know is enough. There is no need to boast to the whole world. Sixth, preserve your emotions. Some people do not know how to control their emotions. Joy, sorrow, anger, and excitement are all clearly displayed on their faces, or they find someone to confide in or share with anyone they meet. They do not realize that in this world, no one truly understands another person's emotions completely. Someone once continuously posted about their terrible mood on social media. Initially, they received concern and comfort from friends. But gradually, everyone began to feel annoyed, even blocking their updates. Arguing with his wife, feeling depressed because his child does not study hard, feeling down at midnight, posted it all on social media. Yet no one truly cared. Some people were indifferent, others just saw it as a joke. When sharing and receiving no attention, he felt even more miserable. But the truth is this: very few people truly care about your feelings. Moreover, sharing with the wrong person can make you an object of ridicule. Sharing joy with the wrong person becomes showing off. Sharing sorrow with the wrong person becomes weakness, even a joke. He realized that his joy or sadness had nothing to do with others. Instead, he focused on living a more authentic life. As his mood changed positively, conflicts decreased. He no longer worried about his child's studies, got along better with his mother, and was not saddened when no one asked about him on social media. He had found himself. There is no need to expose your emotions for everyone to see. Whether happy or sad, very few people truly care about you. Most only know how to comment, even hurting you more. Life is like drinking water. Only the person drinking it knows if it is hot or cold. All the flavors of life, you must experience them yourself. No matter what life is like, no matter your mood, learn to keep it within your heart. Because this world does not have everyone wishing you well, many are just waiting to laugh at you. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. Those who are more outstanding than others are easily suppressed. Knowing how to keep things to yourself is a sign of maturity and an effective way to protect yourself. There is a saying, "You can know a person's face, but not their heart." The human heart is hard to fathom. The least trustworthy thing is a relationship that seems close. Do not tell everyone about your difficulties and challenges. Do not easily reveal your negative emotions. Do not complain and express dissatisfaction whenever you have the chance. Important matters should only be discussed with trustworthy people. In relationships, we often have the tendency to share difficulties and emotions with others. But remember, do not easily reveal your true situation to just anyone. Life, like a measuring cup, must have limits. If you exceed the boundary, whether it is family love or romantic love, failing to maintain distance will turn the relationship into a disaster. Even our Earth, at a distance of about 150 million kilometers from the Sun, if it were just 1% closer, this planet would become a volcano. In an instant, life on Earth could be completely destroyed. But if the distance from the Sun increased by 3%, almost all life would be unable to exist. Currently, the 150 million kilometer distance between Earth and the Sun is perfect. This distance provides us with abundant resources, a pleasant climate, helping Earth avoid becoming barren and desolate. The distance between people is similar. Do not easily reveal your true situation to just anyone. Knowing how to keep yourself private is a kind of wisdom. From a psychological perspective, regarding human relationships, this stems from different ways of viewing problems. When others evaluate you, they often start from their own perspective. But when you evaluate others' opinions, you usually only stand on your own ground, making it hard to fully understand. Learn to keep yourself private. When we know how to keep our complaints to ourselves, we learn how to balance in life, not letting negative emotions control us. When we know how to restrain our laziness, we grasp the power of self-awareness and discipline, stimulating our inner potential to pursue higher goals. When we know how to hide our envy, our soul is elevated, our vision becomes broader. We can calmly accept others' success and focus on walking our own path. When we know how to preserve our family's privacy, we will understand the secret to maintaining family harmony, skillfully separating our personal space from the outside world. Gossip will no longer affect the stability and happiness of the family. Members will together cultivate peace. When we know how to keep our assets private, we not only avoid unnecessary troubles and risks, but also cultivate a cautious lifestyle. This kind of wisdom helps us focus more on intrinsic value rather than flaunting external material possessions, thereby achieving deep inner peace and contentment. When we know how to hide our emotions, we learn the art of self-regulation, maintaining calmness and rationality under pressure and challenge. Keeping things private is not a negative escape, but a positive wisdom. It helps us understand that nurturing ourselves is not only about material wealth, but also about inner fulfillment and satisfaction. Your inner mood is the very magnetic field you emit. When your inner self is strong and stable, you will have abundant energy. We cannot control the complex world outside, but we can control our own magnetic field. Do not let others' emotions affect you. Do not take on others' karma. Do not fear the gaze of the world. Do not easily let yourself be drawn into complicated relationships. When you achieve inner peace and serenity, you will not be disturbed by the outside world, nor bound by circumstances. Thus, you will attain the freedom and good fortune you desire. Next, I want to give you a sincere piece of advice, especially for women. Absolutely do not let yourself fall into a state of poverty appearance. There is a very true saying, it is better to have a poor fate than to have a poverty appearance. The family we are born into is unchangeable. We may not be born into wealth, but never let yourself become someone who carries the appearance of poverty. Poverty appearance is not so much related to money, but to a lack of aura. Our life is not only comprised of material conditions, but also reflected in our spiritual appearance. Poverty appearance often stems from a poor mental state, and this will gradually cause a person's life to decline, eventually forming a poverty appearance. If you want a better future, you must definitely avoid these three types of poverty appearance. The first is a sloppy appearance. Etiquette says that a neat appearance reflects a person's character. A clean and tidy appearance reflects a person's virtue and cultivation. People with messy hair who do not take care of themselves often have an unfavorable life. Conversely, people who always keep a neat appearance and dress properly usually have an orderly and stable life. A person's appearance contains many messages. A sloppy appearance is not about wearing non-designer or inexpensive clothes, but about dressing carelessly, not paying attention to one's looks, walking with a hunched back, and lacking vitality. Such people often think, I am already like this, there is nothing left to change. The way you dress and take care of yourself reflects your spirit and others also. Judge your inner self based on this. The ancients were very right. There are no ugly women, only lazy women. People with a sloppy appearance often think life is already too hard, so there is no need to be meticulous. They do not know that everything is influenced by the law of attraction. A neat appearance and good spirit can attract good luck, change the surrounding magnetic field, and even change fate. A sloppy appearance only makes everything worse. Appearance is a reflection of the soul. Therefore, no matter what you do, always dress neatly and properly. Even when just going to the supermarket to buy vegetables, pay attention to your image. Some people might say, I do not know what to wear to look beautiful and neat. Try on the clothes in your closet that make you feel confident, stand up straight, and feel full of energy. People lacking confidence can try wearing brighter colored clothes. You will see the difference immediately. Second, you must avoid the appearance of resentment. In life, some people always frown, are dissatisfied, lack confidence, will, and perseverance. They constantly complain, always have a reason or excuse for everything, and are not satisfied with their current life. They criticize others' mistakes but themselves refuse to strive. Such people hesitate when working, and when they fail, they vent their anger on their loved ones. People who speak bitterly, unpleasantly, like to complain, and are full of negative energy often make others feel uncomfortable. When they have an advantage, they do not yield to anyone, making others keep their distance. This is called the appearance of resentment. People with this appearance rarely find happiness in their lifetime. Women with this appearance have the biggest characteristic. They love to complain. When life is good, they complain. When life is bad, they complain even more. When the economy is good, they complain. When it is difficult, they complain even more. No matter the time, place, or person, they always find a reason to complain. Actually, a person's words are very important, and cultivating virtuous speech is even more important. A monk once said, "Words carry energy." If a woman knows how to cultivate virtuous speech, she has already achieved half of Buddha nature. What you say repeatedly will become reality. Good words promote good things, while bad words lead to bad things. Complaining too much will change the surrounding energy field, making everything negative. Gradually, that person will encounter bad luck. There is an interesting concept called the theory of positive language, meaning people often act according to what they have said, and ultimately those words will become reality. Facing things that do not go as planned, positive thinking can help you find a way out, while negative thinking will easily lead you into a dead end. Some people, though not wealthy, have enough to live happily, yet they constantly complain. Whenever a conflict arises with the family, they cry and blame their fate. What did I do wrong to have to live such a hard life? At first, neighbors sympathized and came to comfort them, but gradually, no one sympathized anymore. They even saw it as a joke. Husbands and wives also frequently argued because of this, and the children gradually felt inferior and distanced themselves from their parents. Their lives became a mess. Life never stops testing you. Just because you complain, adversity does not change. Just because you resent, complaining and blaming fate only makes the wound more painful, like sprinkling salt on a scratch. Truly strong people understand that instead of wasting time resenting, they should adjust their mood and move forward. The third thing to avoid is the appearance of cunning. This is different from the appearance of intelligence. Cunning people often exhibit excessive calculation. Women with this appearance often purse their lips with eyes that dart around restlessly. They often dominate others, like to be curious about complicated matters, and care about gossip. Women with a cunning appearance also know how to smile, but their smile is not genuine. It does not reach their eyes. They are good at scheming, unwilling to suffer any loss, always calculating every little thing, how much they have put in, what loss they have endured. Being their relative or spouse, you will always feel tired and never feel happiness. But they do not know that fate has its own course. What is destined to be yours will be yours. What is not, do not force it. No matter how much you calculate, you cannot surpass the arrangement of heaven and earth. Petty people are always worried. Noble people live in peace. Petty people are always scheming. Petty people only care about benefits. This means noble people understand the principles, while petty people only care about profit. People who are too cunning often fall into disputes over benefits, losing the straightforwardness and sincerity they should have. The appearance of cunning not only makes others wary, but also easily loses the support of benefactors and the trust of friends. Let me tell you a story. Two people met while working abroad. Their similar circumstances made them empathize and become friends. Person: a lived-in poverty to the point of not having enough money to eat and being evicted by their landlord. In their most difficult time, person B reached out to help, inviting it to stay at their home temporarily and lending them money to get through the hardship. Not long after, both returned to their homeland. Person B, relying on their friendship, opened a small restaurant on the street. Person A opened a jewelry store across the street. As business was not good, but thanks to B's help and the kindness of good neighbors, he managed to keep his shop running. However, after some time, seeing his business was sluggish, A began to think of malicious schemes. He hid his jewelry purchase invoices and inflated the prices for friends. A pair of pearl earrings that cost only $40, he sold to B for 13 times the price, $520. Eventually, these actions were exposed. B cut off the relationship, and neighbors also avoided him. A was forced to move to another city. A person who calculates cleverly but has no path, whose intelligence harms themselves. When interacting with others, if you calculate too much, you easily destroy the goodwill you have built. When cooperating with others, if you are too calculating, you may lose precious credibility. No one wants to help a selfish person or partner with a scheming one. People with true foresight understand that knowing how to yield benefits to others is the highest way to benefit oneself. People with good fortune, these three types of poverty appearances are not scary. What is scary is knowing clearly you have weaknesses but not taking action to change. Transforming a poverty appearance into a noble aura is entirely possible. Many people think a noble aura belongs only to the wealthy or those born into prestigious families, but in reality, this is not true. A noble aura can be cultivated. It is a cultivation from within the soul, also a lifelong practice for a woman. A woman who truly has a noble aura does not need to wear dazzling gold and silver. She exudes elegance from her knowledge and understanding. Without any jewelry, her beauty comes from within and is expressed through her outward demeanor. We often see women with ordinary appearances and modest material conditions, yet they always exude a sense of nobility and grace. This comes from inner peace and health. When you meet a woman who looks younger than her age, it is because she has a kind heart. Her eyes are gentle, her aura exudes grace. Such women usually have wisdom and an extraordinary ability to understand. They understand the complexities of life but choose to remain silent. Even after experiencing many storms, they still maintain gentleness and kindness. This is the clearest proof of the saying, appearance stems from the heart. Their choices show that kindness is the source of happiness. A woman who knows how to live harmoniously but not flatteringly, who keeps kindness in her heart, may seem soft on the outside, but her inner self is strong and resolute. People with good fortune, do you know? A noble aura can be nurtured. Good habits in life can help you develop inner peace and an outwardly confident, noble demeanor. Continuously enrich your knowledge. The most economical but also the most difficult way is to read many books, absorb knowledge systematically, and practice it yourself. This will have a much deeper effect than a haphazard approach. Read classic works by famous authors, listen to high-quality lectures, learn and understand more. From there, draw experience and break free from the limitations of everyday thinking. Only by doing so will your vision become increasingly broad. Keep learning. Read classics to enrich yourself. Elevate your literary level. An intellectual woman may not have the most beautiful appearance, but her wisdom is certainly very attractive. When the soul is nourished by poetry and literature, her words will exude inner cultivation. Therefore, women need to continuously improve themselves to become elegant and sophisticated. Maintain a graceful and upright posture. Learn to maintain a beautiful posture, keep your back straight, and avoid crossing your legs. You can try standing with your back against the wall for 5 minutes each day after meals to train yourself. At the same time, maintain the habit of regular exercise. No matter what kind of woman you are, as long as you have an upright posture, you will create a sense of aura. A balanced body not only makes you look more harmonious, but also reflects high discipline. To become elegant, you need to maintain a graceful and upright appearance. Pay attention to coordination, clothing, and dressing, as they play a very important role in a woman's aura. How you dress reflects your aesthetic sense and your awareness of your own image. In any circumstance, keep yourself clean, neat, and presentable. This will give you a feeling of nobility with bright and lively eyes. Having attractive and determined eyes is very important. Learn to train your gaze. To focus your eyes, you can stare at a point about 2 to 3 meters away or stare at a leaf without blinking for 1 minute. To train eye movement, hold an object in your hand, move it up, down, left, right, and let your eyes follow the movement for 5 to 6 minutes. A common trait of noble women is eyes with spirit, a bright and attractive gaze. This does not depend on origin. Many women of humble origin, because of their strong inner selves, have even brighter eyes, creating a more noble feeling. To cultivate a noble aura, the most crucial thing is to have good mental and physical health. Staying up late for long periods will disrupt your biological rhythm, cause hormonal imbalance, and prevent your body from detoxifying in time. This damages internal organs, ruins your skin, and makes you look older. Nobility will disappear when the body is exhausted. Therefore, rest before 11 at night and establish the habit of getting enough sleep. Finally, eat cleanly to nourish your skin. Eat more vegetables, drink enough water, and supplement with white foods like mushrooms and certain vegetables. These habits not only help you maintain good health, but also give you beautiful skin that radiates from within, contributing to enhancing your noble aura. White-colored foods help nourish the lungs. When the lungs are healthy, the skin also becomes more beautiful. Limit sweets and spicy foods. Choose clean food to help your body stay pure. Drink warm water regularly. Eat more fresh, colorful vegetables, and limit overly processed foods. Hair care is also very important. In summer, pay attention to protecting your scalp from sunlight and perform scalp relaxation exercises. You can comb your hair 100 times. Regularly clean your scalp and supplement with dark-colored foods like beans and seeds to nourish your hair. Accepting yourself is an important part of achieving peace. We are often influenced by evaluations and expectations from the outside, forgetting to listen to the voice from within. True wisdom begins with understanding and accepting yourself. When we clearly understand our strengths and weaknesses, we will find the most suitable path. Accept your origin, appearance, living environment, and even the ordinariness of your parents or children. This does not mean resignation, but accepting reality, not blindly comparing, facing the truth squarely. Learning to be calm is also a necessary skill. In today's hectic pace of life, we are often swept up in pressure and distractions. Calmness helps us talk to ourselves, harmonize with the world, and find a quiet space for our soul to truly be peaceful and strong. Cultivating gratitude is also an important factor. Respect the contributions of others, know how to be grateful, be willing to repay, and do not take good things for granted. Be grateful for the good things in life, cherish what you have, and grow through gratitude. Thus, elevate your character and morality. If one day you see a woman who suddenly becomes more graceful, looks more radiant, and is in better spirits, do not rush to ask what kind of cosmetics she used or what beauty treatment she attended. She has gone through difficult times that no one understands, from naivety to maturity, then back to purity. Appearance may age, but grace will follow a woman throughout her life. The experiences time brings add depth to life, giving nobility more depth and meaning. Thank you for watching until the end. If this content brings value to you, please leave a like to support me, or reply that you will become better and better. In the rest of your life, there is no need to show off excessively. Be humble in dealing with people and the world. Make yourself stronger and stronger to embrace a better life.